Okay, so today I'm just going to start off with the book already. I'm going to be talking about And the Mountains Echoed from Khaled Hosseini. If you've seen my other book reviews, then you'll know who he is. And if you've already read A Thousand Splendid Suns and The Kite Runner, then you already know who he is. He's just simply an amazing author, and there's no words to describe his writing. And the Mountains Echoed came out in May, not long ago, and to be honest, it took me a really long time to read this book. It took me the whole summer. Not because I don't like reading, or because it was hard to read, or because it was boring. No, it was because I was already so emotionally scarred from A Thousand Splendid Suns and The Kite Runner that I was just not ready to be emotionally scarred from another one of his books. Thankfully, it didn't emotionally scar me as much, but still a bit. So yeah. I'd actually read this much of it, like this much. I just had this small bet left, but I knew that the ending would be the heartbreaker. But it was really good. It was a really good book. So I'm going to start off with the review, and then I'll tell you how I really felt about it. So the book, if you're expecting it to be like A Thousand Splendid Suns and The Kite Runner, then don't, because it's different. It's not the same way he wrote those books. The writing is actually kind of special in this one, because in every chapter it's one person. It's like a story of one person. And it's hard to do that when you think of it. I mean, you have to really not lose track of what your goal is and not lose track of the story. And it's not like completely different stories. Every little story brings the whole novel together. And it's a really interesting concept, I find. It was really interesting to read that. Except that I guess it made you kind of detached to the characters, and you didn't have that same attachment you have when you read about one character. But you really understand more in depth the meaning behind everything, you know? So that was really interesting, I find. And so I can't really say a lot because the story isn't about one person or one story. But it's really a story about betrayal, loyalty, family, friendship, decisions, lying, and it's really a crazy story, and it's really good. And honestly, I have confused feelings about it, because when I read a book, in my head I'm like, okay, this has to happen, that has to happen. I have certain expectations, and the book didn't fulfill my certain expectations as much as I wanted it to. So that's my opinion of it. So I really have confused feelings about it, because I love the book. It's just some details really, really, really made me angry. And yeah, I don't want to say much again. Like I never want to spoil the book for you guys. So I would give it about 9.3 on 10 because of those details. But or else in general, it's a really good book, and it's written from Khaled Hosseini, so you guys have to read it because he's just an amazing author. So, that's the book for today. I'll see you next time. Bye!